Rimuru Go Back in Time by Rimu-chi. New waifu. Third person POV. The soft, eerie glow of the crystal ball illuminated the intense expressions of the four demon lords gathered around. The air was thick with tension as they observed the image of an unknown person. Clayman, scowling with anger, muttered, "Those Kijin, how dare they ruin my plans? So, your attempt to create a puppet demon lord has failed." Kerrion said, arms crossed. "Seems like it," said Frey, the harpy queen, with a slight smirk. Milam, her eyes gleaming with excitement, chuckled. "This is fun, Noda. They're strong. Wahahaha." Clayman, however, remained serious. "This isn't over, just wait," he hissed, then used telepathy to command Gelmid, "Stop those Kijin." As Gelmid appeared in the crystal ball, another figure emerged beside him. This new figure had long silver hair with a hint of platinum blue, piercing golden eyes that seemed to see through everything, and unmistakable dragon horns atop his head. His black attire exuded a powerful, intimidating aura, worthy of a demon lord. None of them noticed Frey's faint blush. "Who is that?" Kerrion asked. "Whoever he is," Clayman sneered, "he's a fool for trying to face my subordinate." They continued to watch as Gelmid hurled a magic attack, only for the mysterious figure to absorb it with ease, his cool demeanor and overwhelming power on full display as he effortlessly defeated Gelmid. Clayman's eyes narrowed, pure disdain on his face. "This creature," he spat. "How dare he interfere and dispose of Gelmid so easily? That lowly Majin has no right to meddle." Kerrion, intrigued, smirked. "Looks like Gelmid was no match at all. And this person, he doesn't even look impressed." Milam grinned, her eyes gleaming. Using her Milam eye, she analyzed Rimuru's movements, her excitement growing. "So much strength, and he's barely trying, Noda. I even sense a dragon factor in him." Meanwhile, Frey felt her heart skip a beat, her gaze locked on Rimuru. "He's different," she whispered, almost to herself. "Such grace, such poise, and such power." As they continued watching, Rimuru dismissed Gelmid with a single command. "Is this all you can do? If so, then just die." He then effortlessly devoured Gelmid with one of his abilities, leaving Clayman fuming, his fists clenched. "That arrogant Majin. I'll make him regret crossing me." Clayman growled. Milam laughed, clearly enjoying the show. "Oh, you're just mad he's stronger than your little pawn, Noda. Besides, I want to see what else he's got." Kerrion said, "Impressive," he muttered. "He's handling the Orc Lord like it's nothing." Turning to his subordinate, he ordered, "Phobio, find him. If he can be persuaded to join me, he'll make a powerful subordinate." Phobio nodded, awe in his eyes. "Understood, Kerrion-sama. I'll make sure he submits to us." In the crystal ball, Rimuru addressed the Orc Lord. "I challenge you. If I win, the Orcs will become my subordinates." Rimuru's words were calm but filled with power. Clayman scoffed. "He's an idiot, looks like he's about to die." The Orc Lord swung his sword, but Rimuru stopped it with 2 fingers. "Lesson 1, Rimuru said coolly. Never let your guard down in battle." He shattered the sword effortlessly. "Lesson 2, always maintain a safe distance from your enemy." Frey's heart raced as she saw Rimuru tap the Orc Lord with a single finger, sending him flying. She whispered to herself, "He's magnificent. Strong, yet merciful. There's something noble in the way he fights." Clayman, seething with fury, growled, "How dare he act so high and mighty? He'll pay for humiliating me." Milam, eyes sparkling, chuckled. "Oh, he's good, Noda. I want to fight him. I want to see what he's like when he goes all out, Noda." She shot Clayman a teasing glance. "You're just jealous he's stronger than you, Clayman. Watch your words, Milam." "I don't take insults lightly," Clayman retorted. Milam ignored him, still captivated by the scene in the crystal ball as Rimuru knelt beside the defeated Orc Lord and devoured him. The other demon lords watched in stunned silence, feeling both admiration and intrigue. Finally, Rimuru picked up a rock and hurled it, instantly destroying Clayman's subordinate and shattering the crystal ball. Milam laughed heartily, walking to the window. "He's better than I thought. I'm going to go say hi." "Wait," Clayman objected. "What about the agreements between Demon Lords and Beldora?" Frey stood, walking over to Milam. "Beldora disappeared months ago, so there's no need to worry." "Yeah, you heard her, Noda," Milam said, ready to fly off, but Frey stopped her. "You're going to meet him, right?" Frey asked, looking aside to hide her blush. Milam nodded. "Yeah, want to come?" Frey smiled slightly, trying to hide her excitement. "Sure, if you don't mind." Of course not, Noda. We're friends after all. Milam said, and the two flew off toward Jura Forest, leaving Clayman and Kerrion behind. Kerrion eyes narrowed. I'll take my leave as well, said and take his leave. Kerrion's pav. Kerrion stood silently, his arms crossed as he watched the scene unfold within the glowing crystal ball. The air was heavy with tension, and his eyes were fixed on the figure that had emerged alongside Gelmud, a strikingly powerful individual with silver hair and dragon horns. He could sense the intensity radiating from the being, even from this distance. This one is different, he thought, intrigued. Clayman's anger was palpable, his disdain for the newcomer clear as he spat insults. Kerrion found himself smirking at Clayman's frustration. How fitting, he mused, enjoying the display. The demon lord's attempts to create a puppet had been thwarted, and it seemed Gelmud had underestimated the enemy. The newcomer's power was astonishing. Kerrion noted how easily he absorbed Gelmud's attack and dismissed the subordinate like a mere child. He's toying with him, Kerrion realized, his curiosity piqued further. The way this being moved, the confidence he exhibited reminded Kerrion of his own strength, but there was a certain grace in the way he handled himself. He was more than just powerful, he was composed, capable, and effortlessly dominant. Milam's excitement echoed in the chamber, her enthusiasm infectious, but Kerrion remained composed, assessing the situation with keen interest. If he can handle Gelmud so easily, then what else can he do? The thought lingered in his mind, drawing him deeper into thought. Perhaps this stranger could be more than just a rival, he could be an asset. As Majin faced the Orc Lord, Kerrion leaned in closer to the crystal ball, fascinated. The Majin's words were calm yet filled with authority, a natural leader in the making. When Majin shattered the Orc Lord's sword with a mere touch, Kerrion felt a rush of admiration. Impressive, he muttered under his breath. He had seen many battles, but this display was exceptional. Frey's voice broke through his thoughts as she whispered her awe, captivated by the Majin. Kerrion glanced at her, noticing the way her expression softened. Ah, she's taken by him too, he thought, a small smirk forming on his lips. He found it amusing how a being of such strength could evoke such emotion in the Harpy Queen. Milam's laughter rang out as RIMURU devoured the Orc Lord, and Kerrion could feel the tension in the room shift. When Majin destroyed Clayman's subordinate with a simple toss of a rock, Kerrion knew this was more than just a spectacle, it was a turning point. The shattering of the crystal ball felt symbolic, a sign of change. As Milam declared her intent to meet this newcomer, Kerrion's mind raced with possibilities. He could sense the strength emanating from Majin and wondered if he could be persuaded to join him instead of falling under Clayman's control. If he can be convinced to ally with me, he could become a formidable subordinate, Kerrion thought, a cunning plan forming in his mind. When Frey joined Milam, her excitement palpable, Kerrion made his decision. He would not miss this opportunity. The potential of this new figure was too great to ignore. I'll take my leave as well, he announced, his voice steady as he prepared to follow the others, intent on finding this enigmatic Majin. Let's see what you're really made of, he thought, feeling a thrill of anticipation as he envisioned the possible future alliances that awaited him. Frey's pav. As Frey watched the crystal ball, her gaze was locked on the mysterious figure that had effortlessly taken down Gelmud. He was unlike anyone she had ever seen. His long silver hair, tinged with platinum blue, seemed to glow, and his golden eyes were sharp, almost piercing, as if they could see through everything. Those dragon horns atop his head spoke of strength beyond ordinary power, and the calm confidence he exuded left her in awe. Frey didn't even realize she was holding her breath as he deflected Gelmud's magic with ease, absorbing it as if it were nothing. He didn't flinch or hesitate, he simply took control of the situation with a quiet authority. She had seen many powerful beings, but this stranger, there was something different about him. Something that made her heart race. Who is he? She wondered, feeling a strange warmth blossom within her. It wasn't just admiration, it was something deeper, something she hadn't felt in centuries. Frey had seen powerful warriors, proud demon lords, and even otherworldly beings, but none had stirred her like this. She found herself drawn to the quiet confidence in his every movement, the gentle yet powerful aura that surrounded him. When he turned to the Orc Lord, challenging him with calm, determined words, Frey felt her heart skip a beat. His words were clear, firm, and almost protective. He wasn't cruel, nor did he flaunt his power. There was a nobility to him, a quiet strength that captivated her. Her pulse quickened as she watched him absorb every attack with ease, countering with grace and control. She barely noticed Milam chattering beside her, nor did she pay attention to Clayman's sneers. Her thoughts were entirely on the figure in black, his calm voice, his focused gaze, the way he handled every move with poise. Could someone so strong also be kind? She wondered. There was something about him that hinted at both strength and gentleness, two qualities she thought could never coexist in their world. And when he effortlessly sent the Orc Lord flying with a simple tap, she felt a surge of admiration that was almost overwhelming. She caught herself blushing, quickly averting her gaze. What am I doing? She thought, feeling the warmth in her cheeks. But her heart wouldn't be silenced. She found herself thinking about what it would be like to meet him, to speak to him, to learn who he really was. The more she watched, the more she felt drawn to him, even though she didn't know his name, his purpose, or his story. She only knew that he was different. And that difference had awoken something in her she couldn't quite name. Finally, as Milam declared her intention to meet him, Frey felt a surge of longing. Without a second thought, she stepped forward. You're going to meet him, right? She asked, her voice quieter than she intended. Milam nodded, and Frey found herself unable to look her in the eye. Mind if I come with you? She asked, her heart racing, the blush warming her cheeks once again. Of course not, Noda. We're friends, after all. Milam said cheerfully. As they took flight toward the Jura forest, Frey couldn't shake the excitement growing within her. She knew she'd find out soon enough who this stranger was, and in her heart, she hoped he was everything she imagined and maybe even more.